Please. आरुषि, आप अपने बारे में बताएं कुछ.
Sir, myself Arushi Sharma. I belong to Patna district. I have completed my schooling from Nazat Academy, Gaya, and thereafter I did my graduation in zoology honors from Patna Women's College. And since then I have been preparing for the civil services examination.
Okay. So after zoology, why you have come for civil services?
Sir, during my last year of my preparation, I came to know about the civil services and the opportunities that it provides to work in various dimensions and field. So I was very attracted towards the opportunities that I will get here. So after my graduation, I started preparing for it.
Where do you see yourself 20 years henceforth?
So 20 years henceforth, if I get selected in BPSC, I would see myself working as maybe additional commissioner sales tax. That is my first preference.
Additional commissioner sales tax in 20 years of service?
Sir.
A realistic dream or?
Sir, if I get my first preference and if the promotions and everything is in place, then after 20 years, I suppose that I will be on that
If you
position.
don't get selected, then what happens?
Sir, if I don't get selected this time, I will definitely work for the 67th BPSC and examinations also.
What do you think the main problems of Bihar are?
Sir, Bihar there are various
just
problems.
Bullet answers, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir. So poverty, health issues, and education, lack of infrastructural development. Yes, so these 4 points.
So these are all big problems which has faced the state.
Yes, sir.
Why in 70 years we could not overcome any one of these?
Sir, sir, it cannot be said that we totally have not overcome any of the problems. Yes, there are loopholes and we are still in the process, but we have made a progress in each and every field through various government programs that are running. So, yes, we have come ahead, but we have more miles to go. So there is more scope in Bihar, there is much development to be done in Bihar, but much has been done and we are moving in a positive direction.
If I see it differently, then I find that it is not the poverty or health or education that you told me, but the major problem of Bihar is the swelling population. Because our resources are limited, that's why this issue has come up.
Yes, sir, the population is swelling up in Bihar, but there is a positive side to it also, because we can take it as an increasing demographic dividend. So if we utilize this demographic dividend, that is very young population in Bihar, and encourage them to join the positive sectors towards the development of Bihar, it can be a very good step towards
How much do you think the population in Bihar is the original population of Bihar, and how many are the people coming from other states, other countries?
Sir, original population of Bihar is 10.4 crores approx.
Which year census?
So 2011 census.
What was in 1990 census?
Sir, I don't remember the data.
And subsequently after independence?
Sir, I'm not aware of the data.
Then how can we say that it is the population which is not swelling is the original population of Bihar?
Sir, right now I'm not aware of the data therein that is in the population, but sir, there is very much out migration from Bihar rather than in migration in Bihar.
Okay, so what is the data for that? How many in migration? How much out migration?
Sir,
and what is reverse migration? And how much for reverse migration?
Sir, I cannot remember the data right now.
Okay.
I do not have the data. I am not know. Sir, sir, but there is a majority section of population that is migrating out of Bihar due to lack of resources and opportunities here. So there is a lot of brain drain.
Don't you think that this is creating the mediocrity in Bihar? Because the people who are skilled, they are moving out of Bihar for greener pasture, and all the average people are remaining in Bihar, or the below par people are remaining in Bihar.
Sir, it cannot be said that only mediocre people are in Bihar. There are many talents that choose to stay in Bihar and work for Bihar, and also there are.
Can you give me some examples?
Sir, the officers who are selected through the BPSC, they become SDM, they come in police services, and they serve for Bihar, and they choose Bihar to serve in here.
But they don't have any other option. But yesterday UPSC result has come out, and most of them will not choose Bihar.
Sir, yes, sir. There is a problem that people, when selected in UPSC, they tend to go because the opportunities there is diverse. They get to work all over India and not just Bihar. So there is an allurement there to join the civil
That is
services
not
there.
allurement, that is opportunity.
That is
Bihar Public Service Commission is only for people in Bihar, for Bihar. But
yes.
think of a private sector guy who has done good degree, he will simply move out of Bihar. Nobody lives here to work for Bihar.
Sir, private sector people like to move from Bihar because here there is a lack of industry is there. So they do not get the amount of opportunity that they really deserve after doing a particular
But they may
having a
create an
degree.
opportunity like Paytm
Yes,
guys
sir.
did, like Flipkart did.
Yes, sir. Sir, government is coming up with the schemes like the startup
So
scheme
we have
and
been coming up
entrepreneurship
for
scheme.
last 70 years or so anyway.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Arushi, you have won prizes in science exhibition. What was that?
So it was a science exhibition held on Darwinism. So we had to do a kind of model making and poster competition on Darwinism. That was a science exhibition there.
So tell me something about Darwinism.
So Darwinism basically gave the theory of natural selection,
Okay.
how there is a struggle for existence, and finally when there is an origin of new species who finally compete with the remaining one and get selected in the environment.
Can you relate it with the corruption scenario in the government and highlight some of your thoughts on it?
Sir, linking the corruption scenario with Darwinism natural selection. Sir, so natural selection is the theory of the fittest. So when we link it with the corruption, so I think the people who can survive that pressure of not going inside corruption and staying still and on their principles and on their morals, I think they are the fittest and they will survive through
How will you
whatever
ensure
pressure.
that you will remain the fittest?
Sir, corruption is kind of giving allurement in various services where you are in. So, standing steady on your morals and principles of not giving in the pressures, I think that will be the survival of the fittest.
Okay. What is the mission and motto of Najrat Academy?
So, I cannot remember right now.
Okay, okay. Your father is a retired income tax inspector.
Yes.
So, do you have any idea regarding income tax and what are the form of taxes?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay.
my father was in income tax. So, income tax is a form of a direct tax. That is a taxes generally collected from the income of the person or from the business corporation tax that we call it as. There is another type of tax that is an indirect tax, that the burden of the taxes do not really fall on the person's income, but indirectly it is collected by the government.
Okay,
There
the
is
government brought in a very big indirect taxation reform in the form of.
GST, sir.
Okay, so do you have any idea how much the government is collecting taxes under GST? What is the position?
Sir, if I can make a guess, I can remember
No,
a little bit.
no need to make the guess. What are the items which are beyond the GST?
So the petroleum products, the alcohol products, on the aviation turbine fuel. Yes, sir, I can remember.
How the cost of a petrol is calculated? Fuel cost?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
Okay. Do you have any idea regarding Patna Metro Rail project?
Yes, sir, it is in progress right now. I do not have
Share
a
some
complete.
details on it. What is this project? What is the cost? Who is funding this project?
Sorry, sir, I will not be able to recall.
This is a very big project for this state.
Yes, sir. So
You
right
should
now,
be aware of it.
sir, right now I'm not aware. I'll read
Okay.
it further.
Okay. So,
Arushi,
Yes.
what is a gene?
Sir, gene is the basic unit of inheritance. It is the basic unit that leads to the passing on of the characters present on the chromosomes.
What is a genome?
So, genome is a whole set of sequence of the genes that is collectively called as genome.
What is gene pool?
Sir, collectively the various genome sequences of different organisms, the gene collectively it is called as gene pool.
What do you mean by different organisms?
So different organisms can be categorized as plants, animals, and also the microorganisms and everything that is present on the earth.
So the collective a number of all the genes present in all the forms of plants, all the forms of animal will form the gene pool,
Uh,
or it is limited at some level, some hierarchy?
Sir, 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 I think it is if a plant genes are calculated, then it consists of the gene pool of that particular.
Again, plant is a very wide term. There can be a number of species, a number of families, number of classes, number of divisions.
Yes, sir.
So at what level should we limit the concept of gene pool?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
At species level?
Yes, sir, maybe I'm not able to recall correctly.
What is a species? Define me.
So species is the basic unit when we in the classification. It is a group of organisms having the similar characters and able to reproduce freely among themselves. That is species.
Okay. Of the many species present in Bihar, can you name a flagship one?
Sir, Gangetic Dolphin is there.
Gangetic Dolphin. Tell me
Gangetic
something
Dolphin.
about that. Why Gangetic Dolphin is important and special?
Sir, Gangetic Dolphin has a special role to play in the ecosystem.
How?
Sir, it acts as a population control in the Ganges where it is present, and like feeding on the other smaller fishes, it acts as a population control. And yes, sir, this I can remember.
What is the
Predator species.
ecological term given to a species like dolphin?
Ecological term. Sorry, sir.
Have you heard about keystone species
Yes, sir.
or other forms of species? These are the ecological terms. Now
Yes,
tell
sir.
me, in which category dolphin falls?
Sir, sir, dolphin. So dolphin is. Sir, I'll not be able to recall.
So dolphin is an indicator species. Now tell me, what is an indicator species?
Sir, indicator species of an area is a major species that indicates about the surrounding environment. By knowing through that species, we can know how there is the surrounding is there. So
And
that
there has
indicates.
been a title assigned with dolphin, like the title assigned with tiger, title assigned with elephant. There also has a title assigned with dolphin. What is that title at national level?
So title. Sorry,
Like
sir.
tiger has got a title. What is that?
Sir, I'm not getting the title.
National animal.
Yes, sir. It is the national animal of Bihar, and it is the.
Dolphin is national animal of Bihar.
Sir, it is the national aquatic animal of India. So it is that title is given to
When
dolphin.
this title was given,
So not aware of the year.
and there is also a very popular dolphin sanctuary in Bihar.
Yes.
What is the name of that sanctuary?
Vikramshila Gangetic Dolphin is
Where
there.
it is situated?
Sir, it is in Bhagalpur.
In Bhagalpur. What is the expanse?
Not aware of the data.
Anything more regarding the conservation of dolphin in Bihar?
Sir, there is also a conservation center in Patna Krishna Science Center that is there. Sir, it is also being built as Dolphin Conservation Center in Patna Science College.
Conservation center or research center?
So that is under Professor Shri Krishna Singh. It is an kind of observatory and research center. Sir, I'm not sure of it.
Okay. Have you heard about 3D organs or artificial organs?
Yes, sir.
What are these?
So these 3D organs are made using the special technique called as 3D printing, and that can be utilized for making these type of organs in case of organ failure or something like that.
So can you name some of the organs which are now being produced using the 3D technology?
Sir, I can remember heart,
3D heart.
human heart.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So more I cannot remember.
Ears,
Yes, sir, it can be made various organ, but
liver.
sir, I'm not aware if it has been made or not.
Okay. When do we observe World Health Day?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
When was WHO established?
Not aware of it. Sir, year I cannot remember.
Date and year you're not able to recall.
Sir.
Now, a wildlife is a property Of whom? The state or the central government?
Sir, wildlife is a property of the the state government.
So it falls in the state list.
Sir, wildlife does not fall in the state list. It has been moved to the concurrent list.
So now tell
Sir,
me.
now, sir, both the center and the state can make laws on it, on the wildlife conservation.
Okay. So
Okay. Do we say that corruption is the result of survival of fittest?
Corruption.
Because we have to survive, that's why we become corrupt.
No, sir, it cannot be said that if we have to survive, then corruption is the only option. It can never be said that corruption is right in any of the cases.
Now tell me, you have got two staff. One is honest, inefficient. Another one is dishonest but very efficient. Who would you choose?
Sir, I would choose the honest. I would choose the honest one. Sir, inefficiency for me is a thing that can be corrected upon or worked
I didn't
upon.
ask that.
Sir,
I
would choose,
only asked your choice.
Sir, I would choose the honest and inefficient one.
Inefficient. Okay. Now, you tried to make him efficient. He failed to do so. Would I do that at the cost of state exchequer? I cannot put efficiency skill in him, but I can always check the corrupt person for getting corrupt.
Sir, I cannot every time look on him that he is doing. If he is a corrupt person from inside,
There are
to
ways
the
and
core.
means to do that. If I wish, I can always check the corruption, but I cannot make a horse of an ass.
Sir, efficiency can be monitored upon by me also. I can help him out in something. I can make him learn, do something, some maybe easy task also. But he'll always remain honest for the longer run. I can trust upon him. I can put my trust on him. But if he is a corrupt person, I can never trust him on the smallest of the task also. And I have to be always on a vigil, looking after him that he is not performing any corruption. So my focus will shift rather than looking the work I am doing to rather than looking that he is doing corruption or not.
What is stem cell?
Sir, stem cells are specialized kind of cells that are used to reproduce the various other cells.
Bone marrows in some way are similar to stem cells?
Sir, bone marrow is the place where the RBCs and everything is produced. Sir, from the bone marrows, the stem cells are taken out through a process, and then further through the tissue culture, the various cells.
From bone marrow, we take the stem cell out?
Sir, from the long humerus bone of the body, from the spongy portion, we take out the bone marrow.
No, bone marrow is for the, as you rightly said, for.
Yes, sir. So stem cell can be taken out from the embryonic cord that is
Correct.
there from the baby.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
It is not taken from the bone marrow.
No, sir, not from.
And what is the totipotency of a cell?
Sorry, sir, not able to recall.
Of a stem cell?
Sir, I'm not able.
That's the way the stem cell functions.
Yes, sir. Sir,
You know the term totipotency?
I'm not able to recall that term.
Okay, perfect. What is carbon trading?
Sir, carbon trading is an emission trading platform that a country generating the carbon emissions gets a certificate upon after which he can sell it to somebody else who is not producing that amount of carbon.
Okay, thank you. Your interview gets over. Any day, any time.